Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. To Shenanigans. Sorry about the stream crashing.
See, Neal's trying to get Dicing with Death to have more episode numbers again, but just
well, you know, the stream broke, so I guess this counts as episode, what, like 108 and 109 now? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Technically. Oh, Mercer, you just keep messing it up.
Sure. We come back to game in Shenanigans.
I mean, what? Mercer, why did I say that?
It is a dark and... Mercer. Took me a moment. I'm a little slow. It is still a dark and stormy afternoon in Shenanigans. The mud is being mopped up. The knight is unconscious, but only for a few more minutes before she regains her senses. What do you guys do?
Here's a rope if you want to tie it up to the pillar.
If we've got several minutes, it's time to pull back the cloth and be surprised that it's a baby.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, let's see what's in this package.
You unwrap the cloth, and the cloth reveals an orb about yay big, made of like bulbous brass.
The thing was in the glass one then when I threw it.
Is it maybe an egg?
It's a perfect sphere, but it's got all these like lumps all the way across it in a pattern.
You can see through it.
Oh, so like a...
It's a crystal ball for blind people? It's Braille?
It's a brass Braille crystal ball. You feel the lumps, they move around under your fingers, you can kind of get an idea of what's going on.
I make sure the person's tied up before I start looking at the letter.
Yeah, you tie them up.
Yeah.
The letter is a message, probably to the cleric who had this. Mm-hmm. And it simply tells the cleric that he must deliver this package to Antioch in Outlast, and that the outcome of the whole war may depend on the deliverance of this package. Also warning the bearer of it to keep an eye out for the Mystrian spies that are inevitably coming for it. And that this package should be transported in secret because there are those who would find and kill him for it.
Well, you're lucky that I'm not playing my mystery this week, Neal.
Yeah.
So, guys, this letter says this orb is critical to the war effort, and we need to get to Antioch in Outlast.
Well, I mean, what does it do?
Well, I think the orb's actually protected case with something inside it, and we shouldn't break the case open.
We should break the case open.
No, because it could be magical. It could like.
Can detect magic through brass?
It should, unless they're warded.
A thickness of metal that detect magic can penetrate. So
how
let's
heavy
figure out
is
what
this
that
thing?
Pretty brass though. Because I know lead is used to generally block magical.
Yeah, I don't know about brass though. Mm-hmm. But even like a stone wall with enough thickness will block. So.
Yeah. It weighs about a pound.
So it's not very thick.
Yeah, it's about, yay big. Maybe a pound and a half. Pound and a half, something like that.
You guys think it might be an egg?
Well,
it could be, or it could be some sort of plan that would allow the right hands to someone to make an attack on some sort of mystery and super weapon.
Scoria, a plan to defeat Scoria, maybe?
That's why I said don't mess with it. Let's quickly deliver the plans to to Outlast.
Is there any seams on it or anything? Does it look like it could be opened in any way? No.
No, not at all.
It's probably a magically created brass ball because you can shape metal with spells. So It's probably got something inside it that that will be revealed once we get to the destination.
What do we do with this knight?
Hey, Des, what's your policy of mystery and spies?
Our policy is we look the other way on all political issues.
All right.
Unless it affects me personally.
What's the knight's hotness?
I suggest we just like tie her to an interrogation chair.
Well, it depends on the hotness, right?
12. 12.
12.
On a scale of 3 to 18, with an average of 10.5 and a standard deviation of 2.5.
Lord Graham, you're
That's
married.
not bad. She's like right there.
Lord Graham, you're married.
Yeah. I'm not. You guys aren't though, right?
I'm fine.
Well, you're a cleric, but there's other guys here.
Clerics can get married in this setting.
Well, we could ask them what is in the sphere, I guess.
I mean, she's not gonna tell us though.
Do we have any spells that could do
Let
that?
Let me look. I'm not exactly. I've got command, but that's only one word. I've got comprehend language, but I'm pretty sure they'll speak the local language if there's spies. No, I don't have any troop stuff. You'd have to go to the stair cleric for the troop stuff.
What about
I might not be able to get the information out of her.
what about the friend spell? Isn't that a spell that could, I don't know if you have that.
No, I don't. You think Cleric of Macus has got the friend spell?
How would you?
It's
get
kind of
her
like a
to talk?
charm. It's like a level 1 charm.
Oh yeah, but I don't charms.
Oh, okay.
How would you get her to talk, Clint?
Oh, I've got my ways. And you know, I just wanted to say, ever since I met you guys, I feel like you've become the family that I never had. And it's hard for me to say. I've built up so many walls, but this time we've been together. I feel like we have each other's backs. That means a lot to me.
Well said. But we can't trust these Mystrians.
Shenanigans does something to people, doesn't it, Wyatt?
I mean, no matter the outcome of this journey that we all make together, that we're clearly going to make, unless someone wants to be a little mercenary and have to be talked into it, that's fine. There's always one.
What if we find out? What if we find out what spell was cast on this guy to make him act like this, and we cast it on the guard?
Well, as I said, I don't exactly have a field of speciality. The rest of you don't have spells, so look, just turn him into the town sheriff, let him get executed for being a spy, and then we head off on this mission.
Well, they were all women. Are they like some sort of secret women's order of people that turn babies into eggs?
What about reading minds? Is that a spell anybody has? Mind reading?
I'm the only spellcaster here, and no.
God.
Isn't there the one state that's like a matriarchy?
No, that's Matava. But I'm thinking, like, if there's 3 men guards, you guys really think, oh, it's the correct man team. But if it's 3 women knights, oh, it's the correct women team.
Okay, how about we would search the knights for any insignia that says I'm a secret spy, or
They have none.
they have none. Okay.
Do they have longbows?
Nope. They have arming swords and daggers and some money, their armor that they're wearing.
It's gold.
Let's find out. What color is their money? First one just carries copper. Second one carries silver. Third one also carries copper. Looks like they've reached the end of their finances.
Off the cleric, though, Neal? How much did I get off the dead cleric?
That's a good question.
You never rolled.
Yeah, let's find out. The cleric is carrying gold.
Here you go.
9 pieces of gold.
All right. Well, I'll give him 2 because he's got that. He's been going on about that and just split the rest with everyone else.
Okay, and there's 20 copper on the other people and 12 silver.
All right, I'll give everyone 2 gold each.
Nice.
Thanks, man.
Can you describe the knight's armor? The knight's armor doesn't have boobs on it, does it?
No, absolutely not.
Can you
That's
please
ridiculous.
explain to the people in chat why there's no such thing as boob armor?
Because you want when you put pressure on a plate, you want it to be like evenly distributed across the thing. If you have armor that comes out and then back in towards the chest, the sternum, then if you get a hit, like if you get hit on the front, that pressure is not going to like distribute against the armor or deform the armor. It's going to push directly against your sternum. So you don't want your armor to like come out and then back in. Your armor can come out and be like a broad barrel, but you want it to be like rounded all the way around. You don't want these like inflection points where you're going to incur too much pressure. So also chainmail is loose. It's like cloth, right? So it wouldn't have boob armor. It's just a shirt that you would put on. I guess when you're wearing it, anything you have that sticks out might push it out, but you know.
Here's the deal. We have female cops. They wear bulletproof vests. You don't get bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
They're just bulletproof vests.
Yeah.
A Kevlar bra? Whoa.
Well, anyway, Neal, any of them, are they full chain or part chain?
They're full chain.
Any of them my size?
How tall are you?
Let's see. I've got that.
Actually, it's chainmail. The wonderful
5'6".
thing about chainmail is that it is interchangeable. You make the chainmail big enough to fit, you know, a large average person, and then anybody can wear it. And it might be heavy, and it might be like a little bit loose, but you just tie it up with a belt, and it's good to go. So yeah, that's why chainmail is amazing. That's why we started with splint during the Roman age and moved to chain, not because necessarily chain protects you better, but because it's just easier to carry. It can just like hang. You can turn it into like a little ball where the splint mail has to keep its form the whole time. It's easy to interchange between people, and it's much easier to repair because you can just take out links and replace links. Chainmail is not a superior defense, but it is a superior utility item.
I ditch my leather limbs and go full chain.
Full chain. Never go full chain. Yep, there you go. Anyway, what do you guys want to do?
Sniper's probably awake by now, right? I feel like.
Yeah, I'm going to be standing in front of her with Reggie perched on my shoulder with my hands on my hips, waiting for her to wake up.
Well, I wanted to ask.
If immediately wake up, then if I like wait for a while and it's getting awkward, I'll get like a glass of water and splash it in her face. And you can put my hands on my hips.
Yeah, you splash the water in her face, and she just raises her head up, letting you know that she's been pretending to be asleep for a while now. You know, it's not the start, it's the like, oh, I'm wet. Okay, what do you want? She looks up at the group.
Spy.
You're going to tell us what's going on now.
She babbles at you in a foreign language.
I speak Common and Drakisian. So, do they speak Eridonian?
She is not speaking Drakisian or Eridonian.
Well, I mean,
Speaking
if I
mystery.
speak...
But the first thing she said was in common, so she knows common.
Mm-hmm. She did. So, she's pretending. Classic spy technique. Oh, I don't speak your language. I can't answer your questions. Do you want me to start breaking your fingers?
Nice try, but speak English.
Drakisian.
English.
Is there any way to at least identify what language they're speaking in?
It's mystery.
Yeah, give me a charisma check. Or if you speak the languages, just tell me the languages you speak, and I'll happily relay it to you.
I don't. Okay. Charisma. Did that work?
You know,
No.
Admiral Jai, you're from a faraway place. You don't understand these people's languages. Right?
Is there any... She has got no
I'll make
heraldry
a
at all.
charisma check to figure it out.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. As I said, one of the three things that a hero needs to be: earnest, lucky, and good looking. I'm good looking.
I didn't see you roll for hotness.
Wow, you're very good looking. And unfortunately, you've spent so much time with the monkeys, you've forgotten what different languages sound like. You couldn't tell French from German if a piece of cheese was in front of you.
We already know you speak English.
Drakisian.
Enough of that subtitle talk.
How much will you pay for the parcel?
What? she asks.
The parcel you took from us, how much are you willing to pay for it?
She assesses the room.
I'm a cloak of Malchus with a big cloak of Malchus symbol around my neck.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
And you got a tri-key next to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Land,
Got the roll deception
money,
or something.
titles, whatever you want.
You
See
don't
me
speak common?
safely to Mystria with this package. We'll make you a lord.
Well, he's already a lord, so...
I'm already a lord here.
She looks at the cleric. We'll make you a lord, and then to the Thrykin, and you, and over to Quinn, and you, young farmer. You could have wealth, power, prestige, women, monkeys, whatever you need.
You have monkeys where you're from?
I've already got all the monkeys I need. I'm not interested in your wealth and power that would totally change my life and allow me to make changes in a systemic and meaningful way. I'm here for adventure.
And
Now, I might be a good guy. I look over at Reggie, but I can't control Reggie, especially after one of your friends stabbed him. I don't know if I can control him.
Reggie picks some bugs out of his fur.
Like,
Oh.
no, Reggie. No, not the face, Reggie.
if we were to consider this deal, where would we have to bring this orb?
Set me free, and I will take you there myself.
That's not how it works. You tell us first, then we'll set you free, maybe.
I shrugged twice, so I used like 2 arms. And then another.
Don't worry. Look, Mystery, it's better to save this country than help Mystery. They're run by a dragon that takes all the money, so you will be good for your guild, your trade organization.
That's not
Mystery-
true. When we
Really?
take over, when we throw back the Drakissian invaders, we have no plans to conquer the world. We're just defending our lands. We're in favor of free trade.
You're not. You don't make those decisions. Scoria makes those decisions, though.
Who knows the mind of Mystria better? 5 men gathered in a tavern, or a knight of the Mystrian army?
The 4 men, we're very
Of course
matriarchal.
not. You have no idea.
We're mansplaining her right now.
Yeah, we're going to mansplain that you've been brainwashed to serve in a country led by a red dragon. You know, the evil things that fly in the sky? Evil, that eat your nobles?
Do
Surely,
you, as a
Scoria is a scourge on the world, but there is no plan to get in the way of commerce. Commerce is the path to wealth. That is everything Scoria desires.
Didn't
Merchants
she
will be
destroy your
kings.
economy 150 years ago when she arrived. Didn't she just like destroy every single the economy in your capital city?
A dragon's
There's no way
opinions
we're
and
gonna help
desires.
someone with a menacing voice like that.
I mean, to be fair, would the castle builders have any jobs if there was no new castles to build?
There will be new castles. We cannot abide another Drakissian invasion. We'll have to build castles everywhere to defend against the future.
So do you even know what this thing is? You don't even know.
It's
What
the
if this
secret to
thing
winning
is
the
the
war.
only- What if it's the thing that can stop Scoria and save humanity?
Humanity's not at risk.
Scoria eats people every day.
Nobles kill people every day. What's your point?
Okay. At least a noble can be killed easily.
we have checks and balances for people.
Do they work?
There's no checks and balances for a red dragon.
Do your checks and balances work, or does your queen lord herself over you, wielding supreme authority, doing as she sees fit?
First of all, long live the queen.
Long live the queen.
And I look to the rest of my party.
I don't know.
Wyatt is very on board.
This person does make a good point. I do know a bit about people who just look scary and people judging them to be evil and negative just for our looks.
Gilray destroyed 3 army divisions.
Army divisions that were trying to wreck my countryside, burning, pillaging.
Yeah, sorry about half hill.
Guys, huddle.
Hey, huddle. Yeah, I can barely hear you. You're like echoing.
Rob, your voice is echoing. Did you put on a voice changer?
No.
You're roboting.
You have an echo to you.
Yeah.
It sounds very fancy. I thought it was intentional at first.
Oh, no.
The hero's voice.
Unintentionally fancy.
So I huddle, but I huddle with an arm around each person.
All right, look, I do not want Mystery to win the war, okay? Because you see, this is what happens when a red dragon is. There's no more chaos. There's no more disorder. There's no more possibility of change. No, everything's decided by one person, and it becomes stable forever. I'm against Scoria winning this war.
Are they winning? I thought that they were losing the war.
Well, they were losing until Scoria destroyed 3 of their army divisions. Now it's a stalemate. But they're going to be pushing the border as soon as they can. We cannot let them win the war. If this all does exactly these plans to the Scoria, does what it does, we have to get it to the princess. I mean, to Antioch of Outlast.
This could be a blueprint to Scoria.
Yes, it could be a blueprint to Scoria. We could change the war. We could save the world.
I'm going to use my knowledge of military prowess, I guess, to make a judgment based on what I know and like who's winning.
I can just link you the wiki article if you want.
I'm going to make an intelligence check, right? So that's what I'm going to do.
That is not a great intelligence check.
All right.
Look, we all know that wars aren't won through logistics and strategy and long, careful campaigns. Wars are won by finding the one weakness destroys the enemy's entire strength all at once.
Mm-hmm.
Because what enemy does not put everything into one basket? Overconfident that nothing could ever find their weakness.
Exactly. Maybe Scoria has an exhaust port.
So are you guys?
And we need to put this.
The dragon has an exhaust port. 1 on each end, probably.
Is this a weapon that anybody could use? Like maybe we don't want either side to get it, right? I mean, what did they say? They said it was the secret to them winning the war, or is it secret? Like, is it something?
Drakus winning the war.
It could be the blueprints to Scoria.
Yeah. So let's go to Outlast, because that's where the quest should take us, and we're almost 90 minutes in, and we haven't left Shenanigans.
You putting your hands up near your chins. It's like a triangle. It's a downwards triangle of heroism. Like it shows that you're kind of roguish.
I'm just saying we could. Another option is we could try to make sure nobody gets it. We could. Is there a place we could it to destroy it or hide it somewhere?
Well, I mean,
we don't even know what this is. We don't even know what it does.
Yeah, but like we've got a lord here, and I'm like, I think we should go. Like, he's the lord of this land. He's going to be executing if Mystery wins.
Very invested.
We just go on the journey.
Well, wait. Which one's the lord?
Me.
Ricky.
Tiberius raises his hand.
You were the one that he said was a friend. Maybe okay, you're right. If it was the other guys, I would say no. But just maybe just for you. Yeah.
I did an adventure with Raj as well.
All right.
I'm here too, man.
There too.
I'm very concerned about what this is, because if it is like the Admiral said, if it's If it gets into the wrong hands, then that's bad. And the wrong hands might be Outlast.
Why
We don't
is it
know
going
that
to
for sure.
Outlast anyway if it's going to win the war? Why isn't it going to the capital? Is this going to?
Is Outlast closer to the front? Is Outlast
No,
closer to Mystria?
No, it's close to Akuba.
Oh.
And Outlast was where the traders are, right?
Yeah, well, they're not traders nowadays, but they did.
They were traders.
Yeah, centuries ago.
So the thing is, like you screw up once, man.
Look, don't forget.
I'm actually thinking we should destroy this some way or hide it.
No, I think we take it to the capital.
No.
Look, everybody.
Wait,
Oh, you're saying it could be a double cross? Maybe
Yeah, this could be like the Cubans trying to take the weapon.
Oh. If we get it to the capital and we get it to the Archmage there, maybe he can find out what this is.
Yeah. Well, you're a noble. You can probably get us an audience. We'll have to wait a few days, but you can probably get us an audience.
Let's go to what's on the Renta then.
Yeah, let's go to the capital.
Okay.
And see if it doesn't get destroyed.
Guys,
I guess it's not
all
too
I
far
hear
away.
is talk about politics and trade disputes. And we all know that the worst episodes of our lives roll out with a big discussion of trade disputes.
Look, I think Admiral Jai's a representative of that era. You know, he's got 4 arms. He's part of the Trade Federation.
What we need to do is just trust that this needs to get to Outlast. And along the way, and you're right, we do need to figure this out. And along the way, every now and then, we can sort of look at the orb and try to figure it out, like maybe 2 or 3 times, even though the journey will clearly take days. We would have like all the time in the world to monkey around with it.
That's
That was crazy.
Well, let's go to Outlast and
Clearly,
uncover
we need to go
the
to Outlast to solve this mystery.
No, that sounds too far. I'm honestly not too invested in this. I think we should go to the closest place, which you recommended before, which is with Thronarenda. And then figure it out that way. Outlast, that sounds way too far away.
Well, technically, we can go even closer. We just need to find a wizard that lives here that can possibly find out what's
No,
in
we
it.
don't want it. This has to be kept secret. Look at this letter.
The door opens.
Also,
In
I think we
walks
all
a
know
random
that
patron.
The Canton bike is just a waste of time.
I'm gonna push that patron out. I'm gonna say bar's closed for today.
Desmond gives you a glare. Bar's not closed.
I'll pay for him. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. The person kind of like looks. Why is it closed, huh? And tries to look in through the door.
Shenanigans stuff.
The door is shut. The patron cups their hands over their eyes at the window, looking in from the outside.
Is it a glass window, Neal?
Yes.
Oh. All right.
It's a good thing it's not a glass ceiling, because I think these female night guilds just shattered it.
All right, look, I think we should just follow the plot and go to Outlast and uncover the Cuban plot. Because, I mean, if we've already stopped some spies, we can stop some more spies and help the country.
Exactly.
I don't know. That doesn't sound very. I think the most chaotic action is to bring it to withdraw your end.
Yeah,
that
but
was a good
I've already
idea.
messed up the plot already today. So
That's a good plot. It was not. You could have saved it. Maybe you saved it.
Look, clearly the thing to do, since there's somebody who doesn't want to follow the plot, is for them to say, there's no way I'm going to Outlast. And then we transition.
I say we
on
take
the
a
road
vote.
to Outlast.
We take a vote, and I raise 4 arms.
Admiral!
Who says we transition from him saying we're not going to Outlast to being on the road to Outlast?
Yeah, we're on the
Sounds like
road
a good
now.
transition.
Yeah,
All
we're on
right,
the road now.
I do 1 vote.
All right.
All right, Neal, it's next day we're on the road.
The next day, the party's on the road to Outlast.
My new armor, my 2 gold.
Yeah. You could have just taken one of the guy's chainmail and not spent the gold, you know.
Gold, the split mail is a little better.
All right.
And can I get an arming sword?
Yeah, there are a bunch of
like
them
the
lying
people?
around. Go
Yeah,
for
they
it.
have a bunch of them.
Are we going to go to Kershwick and take a boat? Or are we going to try to go across the
I think
plains?
we should go across the plains and safe these days. Rock's dead.
With the money we were able to get by selling their gear, we now have food, which I didn't have before.
Well, yeah, we got supplies. Yeah, we got food supplies, Neal.
Excellent.
We have supplies.
Yeah.
Meaning we could reasonably pull out anything we need from our packs.
Mm-hmm. Practically.
It's not blatant. It's not blades in the dark. We can't just say we got plot item.
All right. So
Although
you
that's
are heading across down the road. That day, the next day, something like that.
Yeah.
No one really knows when the time is. It's
I'll
still
refresh my
dark and
spells.
stormy out.
I'll do another heal. Who's the weakest at the moment?
That would be Raj.
All right, let me just do another heal. Get 6 back, then I've got new spells the next day.
Ooh, thank you.
As you exit the West Grove towards the Alardian Crest, right over here, you can see that there's like this campsite that's set up, big tents and everything, but there's also a military checkpoint. You can see a pair of Drakisian guards and an officer standing at the end of the road.
Well, Graham, can you get us through this?
Yeah, I'm gonna just wave the rest of my party to walk ahead of me, and I'll talk to the guards.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you at the front, and you approach the guards, give you a wait sign, and the officer steps forward. An elder gentleman, and he says in an old man's voice, "We've set up a checkpoint. Who you need to state your name, business, and any supplies you might be carrying."
Tiberius Graham.
Oh, Lord Tiberius.
Yes, I have a question for you. Why the checkpoint here?
Military matters, sir. I was told to stand here and keep an eye out for unsavory types, and I didn't question my orders.
A good soldier never does.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure you're not carrying anything. We're just taking a journey out to Outlast.
Oh, then you won't mind if I take a look through your pack.
Such a noble's pack! How dare you, sir?
Orders be orders, good sir.
It's
I got
okay,
no
Wyatt.
choice
It's
in the
okay.
situation.
It's okay, Wyatt. It's all right. I'll give him my pack.
Yep, he'll sort through it. Who's carrying the package?
Yeah, which one of you guys have it? I know it's not me. One
Did
of
you guys leave it
grabbed
behind in Berkshire? Did you leave it in Shenanigans?
I imagine I would have it and take it out every so often and go, "What are your secrets?"
All right, so they search his pack, and then the officer moves on to the next person, searches their pack, moves on to the
Yeah.
next person, searches their pack.
As they're doing that, I start to really look at these guards.
Mm-hmm.
Do any of them, do they have a cart that has a mystery and license plate part?
No, unfortunately, that is not the case.
Is it heraldry correct?
Do any of them have a tag sticking out the back of their armor that says "Made in Mystria"?
No, they're wearing uniforms of the Drakisian army.
So they've got no wrong heraldry on them.
Correct.
I just do heraldry check, right?
Yeah.
Do they have any suspicious blood stains, that would have been a fatal wound on them?
Give me a perception check, maybe. But it's dark and rainy, and you're at the edge of the woods. Lighting's
still
pretty
raining.
bad. Yeah, it's dark and rainy still.
Yeah, I can't hear roll 20. I don't know why.
Oh, that happens sometimes. Let me stop it and
No,
start
it's not you. It was playing, Neal. I can't hear it.
Yeah. But sometimes it won't do the thing. It turns off
I
on
heard
its
the
own.
bleep. I heard that bleep. I didn't hear the music.
There is
28.
Have I got this music off? Let me
dark
see.
and stormy. Here we go. Playing it again. 28. That's a pretty good perception check. Yeah, you take a look at these guards. Their uniforms are injured, but that's not uncommon in an age like this in the middle of a war. Someone might take a wound or snag their clothes on something and have to repair them. But you can see that these are clearly old uniforms that have been worn and have been used and have wounds in them. But that in and of itself doesn't seem suspicious in a time like this, right?
Well, how far are we from the front, Neal?
Yeah, I'm going to say...
Well, they rotate people through. You know, you're not on front deployment the entire war. You're up at the front for a while, then they rotate you back and rotate fresh soldiers up. It improves morale. It keeps people fresh, you know. You're going to rotate through. If you serve, you'll serve at the front lines and the middle lines and the back lines and then back to the front again, you know. You rotate. And it could be secondhand cloaks and gear that has been passed down from soldier to soldier, you know.
While they're checking us out, I'm going to say the older one. So what do you think the chances of the Wickfron-Renta Owlbears are of taking the pennant this year?
He looks up at you and goes, you know, not really into sports ball very much, but go Wickfron-Renta, go!
These sports are stupid. Where I'm from, they play with real owlbears.
What does that tell you?
I don't know who looks like they're sharing my suspicions the most.
Well, I passed my check. The heralding matches, so I'm not suspicious.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident. Even if they found it, they wouldn't know what it was, right? I mean,
somebody was like a shepherd or something. I feel like I'd probably have the most fun.
Who doesn't like sports, though?
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask them.
Lead over to whose character was like the shepherd.
No one's a shepherd.
Somebody with a rogue, but now they're a shepherd or something, or vice versa.
A rogue turned street performer. That's Raj.
Yeah, that's me. I guess.
Raj say, everyone knows this is the Wickfron-Renta Manticores.
That's what I was thinking.
The officer gets to you, Flint, and puts out his hand for your pack so he can look through it.
All right, Flint. That's all right.
Yeah, just show him.
I'll say, could you, like out loud, can you guys believe that he's rooting for the Wickfron-Renta Owlbears?
Well, you know, they definitely gotta beat the
Berkshire Banshees is more my speed.
You know, those banshees, they gotta go down eventually, though. Long
Where
live
are
the
you boys
queen.
from?
I mean, but are you seriously betting against Glorfindel with their pitch kicking?
The guy shrugs. As I said, I'm not really into sports ball. Can I see your pack, please? Then you can be on your way.
Yep. Just show him the
Look at
pack.
the rest of them, everybody else here.
Yep.
Just give him your pack, Rob. It's just a
I wanna
normal
ask
NPC checkpoint.
But, well, what are you looking for, fellas? Are you looking for like an orb or anything?
The officer kind of turns his head to you. What do you mean?
No. Okay, then just show him the pack. Don't give it to him.
I'll look at
A valuable
the other,
object we're transferring.
I'm not going to show my pack yet. I'll look at the other two guards and say, what about you two? Owlbear fans?
They just kind of bob their heads. But it's also getting awkward because he's searched everyone's packs, and he comes up to you, and it's taking a while, and you're like making small talk, and you can see the guards begin to like sort of stiffen as he's like reaching for your pack, but you're just chatting and not giving it to him, and they look a little bit more concerned. Then you talk at them, and they just bob their heads up and down.
I say, our apologies. We were carrying something pretty valuable, and so we didn't want somebody to kind of, take our gold and stuff.
We were just worried about miscreant spies that might be here trying to recover the plans to Scoria.
Well, that's what we're worried about too, I'm sure. Can't let any mystery and spies be walking around the countryside. That's probably why my superior officers told me to set up this checkpoint here. On the
You
lookout
guys
for
find
us.
any?
What would you do what do you think we should do if we come across any mystery and spies?
Preferably take them alive and bring them back to the capital where they can be thrown in the dungeons and interrogated. But, you know, if you gotta kill them, then you gotta kill them. But taking them alive would be better.
So, we can kill Mr.
Can I see your pack, sir?
But wait, I want to make this. You say we should kill mystery and spies on the spot, if we can.
Say we should capture them. Sir, can I have your pack, please? Sir?
It's all right, Quinn. It's all right, Quinn. You can give him your pack.
Who is this person, Quinn? Anyway, sorry, guards. I met this guy earlier today at a bar. I don't know who he is.
All right, so the guard is just like reaching for the pack. He doesn't have any weapons drawn.
Right. So the soldiers are, have spears in their hands that are butt down, point up. But they're getting a little suspicious because this has taken a while.
I cast a spell.
All right, I was gonna say I look over.
Oh no!
Chrissy and I like look at each other in the eye. Yeah, that's right. Man, monkey punch, and we both punch at the same time.
Oh no!
I color sprayed them now.
You color spray them. You're gonna punch them. I think the soldiers are sort of suspicious. I'll see if you take them by surprise here. The guards are not taken by surprise. The officer is also not taken by surprise. So, as the punches go and the spells go, there was always that.
The officer doesn't have his weapon out, so he can't attack of opportunity.
That's true. He cannot attack of opportunity you. Absolutely true. But he is sort of like, this got a little suspicious, and he's guarding this pass for a reason. So he, no one is surprised. Let's roll initiative. I'll give them a slight delay on their initiative since you called your actions ahead of time and they're reacting to you.
I was trying to do it while he was talking, so they wouldn't see me do it from the side. But
Unfortunately, you decided to color spray at the exact moment he decided to punch. So maybe they don't see you, but they're suspicious of Rob.
What's
there's no
initiative modifier in a punch?
3. I got a
It's
speed
slower
5,
than a
so-
dagger.
So if they got below 5, we got to do.
Ooh, the guards get a 10, a 13. Actually, that should be a 12 and a 15 with delays. And the officer gets like another 12.
All right.
So it looks like the entire party practically goes before them.
Yeah, the color sprays first. I just color sprayed the
Color spray goes first?
Military guys. I've already rolled D6, so I got a 6.
Yep, they both go out. They pass out immediately. Raj, you pull out your short bow and fire it at.
Didn't he just knock out all the guards?
Yeah, didn't I knock them all out?
The 2 guards, not the officer, because the 2 guards are like one end of the road, and the officer came
fair
through
enough.
the
I've got
party
the guards.
grabbing packs. Yeah.
Got the officer.
Okay.
Yeah. The officer's
So-
in the midst.
So the officer is the only
Yeah, officer's
awake guy.
guy.
Okay. So I guess I'll shoot the officer.
Give me a roll to hit.
I shot the officer, but I didn't get the deputy.
That will do it. The officer is not really wearing much in the way of armor here, just some padded. Oof.
Oh,
The arrow strikes him in the back. Oh my god, he's brought down to half his hit points. He stumbles. He slumps. This is clearly a... Oh my god. Tell me what Kutha does to him, Kuta.
He kind of just bites him at the throat accidentally.
Whoops, didn't mean to get your throat.
I didn't tell him to do it. I didn't tell him to do it, but then he did it. So.
Yeah, he bites the officer's throat. The officer is deadsies. The whole throat gets ripped out. He falls to the ground with nary a gurgle. The other 2 guards are unconscious on the ground.
well, we're not going to the capital to take them alive, so that means, by their words, they want us to kill them. So I'll get my dagger out and.
Well, they said capture them alive if possible. I think we could just sort of transition the scene away and not worry about what we did with them.
Okay, off screen now we move away from the
tie
scene.
them up in the meantime.
Yeah, so the audience.
Great, yeah, no experience. I approve. Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta
Like,
make
the one we left in
sure...
Shenanigans is alive, I'm sure.
There's no other guards here. It was just these three.
Just these three.
That's the way to do it. So we don't have to worry about the moral ambiguities of whether we killed the spies or not. We'll just like tie them up, make our decision, transition scene away.
What's gonna happen is we need to kill all three of these guards because they know that Tiberius Graham was at this fucking checkpoint when they got attacked. And I am a lord of Berkshire.
We knock him out with a bump on the head and then transition scene.
Like, they're killed off screen, but...
Well, wait a second. I'm going to investigate these guards, too. I'm going to see if they... Do these people have any symbols of Maestrian spies?
Dude,
they do not have any patches that says Mystrian spy, please return to Mystria if found, unfortunately.
Can we check the officer's tent? Is there like an officer's tent here? Does he have
there's a whole bunch of tents set up. There's like a little like a temporary shanty town that's always over here that people traveling into the forest and back out, like this is a common rest spot, and people tend to like stay here and rest for a little while on their journey. So there's a bunch of tents, but they're probably not these people's tents. Although if they're here, one to three of these tents should be theirs, but it's hard to tell whose is whose tent, right? There's like a dozen of them.
I introduce myself by my name to these guards that are alive.
Fine,
Their
we'll
captain is dead.
Fine, we'll just kill them and be moving on.
Thank you, Wyatt.
I mean,
do they have multiple passports?
There is no passport upon them, just like there is no passport upon you.
Well, that's how you know we're not spies.
I think I have a passport, actually. It says from underground.
Well, the next day we keep moving, Neal.
All right.
The guys.
Maybe they're things secretly something else.
Ooh, so you want to like search through their stuff and find something hidden and secret or doubled on them?
Yeah, like, if they've got decoder rings or...
Well,
or,
like a spy kit, like a maybe thieves' tools, something like that, maybe?
Give me a wisdom willpower check to search the bodies, Rob. See if any of these things on them are something else.
All right, and with the three things that I said, a hero needs to be good-looking, they need to be earnest, and they need to be lucky. I took the lucky trait.
He's got the lucky trait now.
What is the lucky trait?
Uh-oh.
The lucky trait is literally just you're lucky, and there's no more actual... there really is. This is like from the book. It's basically just you're lucky. That's simplified.
Yeah. And there's also an unlucky trait, and it doesn't explain that one either.
This must be in the
description. Let me find it.
Yeah, it's in the it'd be under advantages, in the after proficiency, in the proficiencies chapter under advantages. Neal.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
Weapon proficiency. No, we want non-weapon proficiency.
Yeah, it's not under non-weapon.
The luck seems to bless this character is not a matter of improving the odds of various die rolls, or gaining increased benefits to other game situations. Rather, it is that the character seems to have a knack for being in the right place at the right time. The DM may require a wisdom intuition check to determine if the character will be lucky. If the party is searching for a way to cross a deep placid river, and the lucky character can make an intuition check, but the party will stumble upon a hidden boat in the reeds by the shore, for instance.
Well, exactly. Give me that wisdom check to see if you're lucky.
All right.
Love me some second edition.
Like I said, I have a 17 and an 18. Everything else is a 10. 17 charisma. Guess where the 18 is?
Strength?
Wisdom. Dex.
Oh my god. Yeah.
This time's a plot item.
there's some playing cards, but in the dampness of the water, you can feel that there's something else to these playing cards. If you move them back and forth, it's actually a map that folds down, and you can then like you use some sort of glue to make it stick together and look like a playing card, when in actuality, it's a map of Drekis. And there you can see a circle around Outlast and a circle around Thickleglade. There are some other markings as well, but they must be coded in some sort of like cipher, or probably just actually a what would you call it? Some sort of pictographic language that you would have to know the like 10 symbols. You would just have to have memorized what these 10 symbols are.
So
There is a marking right here at the edge of the Alardian crest, though, right where you are standing.
and what was the other marking you said?
One on Thickleglade, way over in the southeast. One at Outlast. And there is also a mark over here in the briny bay near Cocksport.
Do you realize that if we draw lines between each of those, and then add like 30 more lines, it makes a dragon?
You're right. You're right.
Well, what are you gonna kill these two unconscious people now?
I've
Or-
already killed them.
Okay, all right, they're dead. Cool.
Like, I was gonna leave it ambiguous, but Lord Graham was like adamant, so.
I didn't know if maybe the findings superseded the murder or whatnot, but
No, I was doing that while he was searching the tent.
perfect. Okay. So you look up, ready to ask some questions to these guards, figure out who they're coming, where they're coming from now that you have evidence of who they are, only to find the cleric of Malchus has already conveniently slit their throats so they can't answer any questions you might have.
And I'm patting his back. Thanks, Wyatt.
All right.
Very convenient that all the spies happen to die by the cleric of Malchus's hands before you can interrogate them.
I've only killed one so far. These guys.
It's like there's a bad case of pink neck going around. We should be careful. Affected.
This is
Well,
true.
why don't we take...
We should figure out which of these tents is theirs.
One who investigated that cleric when he fell down, cleric of Malchus, right? How do we know this? That maybe that cleric of Astir was a Mylistrian spry too, and the map has Outlast circled.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's all very suspicious.
Yes, who's the one that read that note to you? Did anyone else read the note that was found on the priest, or was it all from this cleric who's killing everyone and directing you to the marked place on the map that the spies had?
I pull him. I said, I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna pull him off to the side. I grab
What
him
is
and
it?
pull him off to the side.
What is it, Admiral?
Good job. Keep it up.
Okay.
Then I walk away.
I understood, Admiral. I'll be more good in the future. Yes.
Yeah, we're on to you.
Admiral,
We're
I
gonna.
understand.
Do you understand? Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah. I'm very sorry. I thought we were meant to kill them, all right?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Why don't we take our second break here, and we'll come back on the other side with some more shenanigans.